What's up guys, Amar here from Magic Coding and I'm back with another video. So the time has come for us to create the UI for the Fish Master. I'm kinda not a fan of creating UI because it's all about the numbers, where you should put the button and so on and so forth. But we cannot pass this through unless like this, or if you guys download the whole project, you can even skip this video, just copy and paste the numbers on it, or you can put them how you would like. So as before, we have created our start fishing button, and I'm gonna explain later on what are these for. But first I'm gonna start off with canvas. So canvas is a parent of every child in UI. So every UI has to be the child of canvas. So you cannot create UI. So let's say if I create UI text, it will be right in the canvas. And canvas comes up with the system event. So like this, not managers, but event system, which helps out with buttons. So right now we can start fishing, but if I were to put event system to not be working or set X to be false, you will see that no matter how much time I click on here, no button will start. But as soon as I click it, we will start fishing. So this is what event system is for. For our canvas, we're going to call this screens. Basically, we're going to have every screen for itself, so we can actually change between scenes depending on what we need. So we're going to have our main scene, so main scene. Not scene, but screen, my bad. Main screen, like this. Then I'm gonna hold down alternative or LLT on keyboard to bring it up. And duplicate this, call it game screen. Then duplicate that, and screen, and duplicate that. It will be return screen. And to duplicate, just click on Ctrl+D if you're in the Windows. And probably on the Mac, it's Command+D. So inside of our main screen, we're gonna have an image. So UI image, like this. But almost I forgot that for our canvas, we will have different render modes. For this one, we're gonna use screen space overlay, so it will be on top of everything. And we can put it to be screen space camera only within our camera, and world space we're not gonna touch because this is only for 3D games that are world-based, like maybe, for example, to see if it's further from you, you will see it differently, but in 2D game, there is no such thing as that. I mean, in this 2D game, don't get me wrong. For canvas scaler, we're gonna scale with screen size, and it will be 112 by 180, I think it was. Don't get me wrong. Nope, it was vice versa. So it's 180 by 112. And we're gonna put 1 on the height. Make sure you do that. So moving on with our main screen, we're gonna have here image, as I said. And that image will be our fisherman. So fisherman. Right now when we add this fisherman, come on, fisherman, like this. When we add this fisherman, we will not need the one in our main camera, but you can hold down to which one you more like it. I'm just gonna delete that now because, as I said, it's not needed. As for here, we're gonna put him, where is it? Find the image. A bit more below, somewhere on the lake, as we did before. And we're gonna scale it up on width and height. So let's see, 650 by 650. And it's too low. Let's go back up. Maybe to, let's say, like -44. As the position X, it will be, let's say, 100. So it's kinda in the middle of lake where it's fishing. Maybe we can match even with the hook. So if hook goes up, it's like there, but okay, it's not, I think, that important. So I'm gonna leave it just as it is. So yeah, and I'm gonna change the name for our image to be our fisherman, like this. Next up, we'll have our wallet text. So UI text, wallet text. So for our wallet text, we're gonna here show how much money we have. So let's say we have like 1,000 right now. For the anchors, we're gonna put to be top but stretch. So you do that, top and stretch. Put here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 for now. As for the font, we're gonna use this BBAS. How do you call it? I mean, pronounce it. Not really. Does not really matter. 150 on the font, and then middle for alignment. So right now our text is kind of out of the way, so I'm gonna bring it up down. Where is it? Text. Hello. Where's my text? Oh yeah, I forgot to put height to be 200. Yeah. So that was the problem. And I'm gonna put my text like here, so it's on top and middle. That was the effect that I was searching for. Then we'll have here our start button, so start fishing or start button, call it whatever you like. And we have already put our on-click function, and I showed you how you do that. You can even do it from script, but when it's not necessary, it's easier like this. And yeah, from here on, we're gonna have another empty game object, and this will be for our idle buttons. So if you remember from the gameplay, we're gonna have 3 buttons that we'll see for upgrades. We can upgrade length, strength, and offline earnings. As for the idle buttons, I'm gonna stretch it out as I did for the screens. And then I'm gonna put on top to be like -1000. So it's actually somewhere around here where we will put our buttons. As for the buttons, we're gonna create one and then duplicate it. So first we're gonna start off by adding UI button, not empty game object. So right click UI, go to button, and call this length button, like this. Length button. Delete the text. As for the length button, we're gonna have our length button, what's called sprite. Then we're gonna put it to be on middle left. As for the width, it will be 400 by 400, I mean width and height. I'm just gonna move it a bit so we can see it. Then here we're gonna have an empty game object, which is going to be our text area. And inside of it, we're gonna put to be stretch in the middle, like this. Or not, stretch at the bottom, my bad, stretch at bottom. And here we're gonna have our vertical layout group, which is going to be control size, width and height at upper center, not upper left, but upper center. Keep that in mind. And here I'm just going to say like 30 by 150. That worked last time I checked. So yeah, that will be for the left and right 0, 0 and 30, 150. Now inside of the text area, we're going to add our text. And one of it will be our value text. And one will be for our price. So for our value text will be like 30 meters, like this. We're gonna have it bold, and we're gonna have our BBAS. I'm gonna call it the BBAS. Anchors, alignment middle, font size 40, and we're gonna put it to be white. So white, like this. So yeah, and now we can duplicate that and have here our price text. And we have, let's say here, for example, I don't know, let's say some random number like 112, but dollars. And here we're gonna stay everything the same, just this is gonna be on top, and some font size will be 60. So it's gonna kinda bigger, and it will not be bold but normal, like this. Not bold but normal. And as you can see, our text kinda is a bit off, so I'm gonna pull it up here. So I can find where it actually fits. Yeah, like here, it fits fine. Now from our length button, we're just gonna duplicate it, call this strength button, put it to be in middle, and just change the source image to our strength. Now duplicate the strength, call this offline button, so offline button, and then go to the right side and just put it to be on offline. So offline button, like this, offline earnings, whatever. And yeah, that will be it for our main screen, as you can see. So right now for our game screen, we're gonna leave it as it is. And just last but not least, we're gonna change our end and return screen. So for our end screen, it's going to be pretty simple. Here we're gonna have our total money that we collected. So like total money text, like this. For example, it will be like 1,000. I mean, I'm putting 1,000 because it's probably the easiest number that I can write. BBAS for the font, of course. 150 on font, middle, and then we're gonna put middle and stretch, like this, middle and stretch. For the height, I'm gonna say 300, and position wise, somewhere around top, so around there should be fine. And then we're gonna have an empty game object, which are collects, I mean not object, but an image, which are UI image, and this will be our collect, so collect button image, like this. And we're gonna call this collects. And now for the collects, we're gonna put our width and height to be like 700 by 700, so it's kind of big enough. And right now we have just image of it. And to create a button, we're actually gonna create a transparent one. So right click on it, create UI button, and we will just delete the text, put our button to be like, let's say on the collect, transform it, so where is transform? Like this, come on. So this is the area that we will click for our button, like this, and then we're just gonna put it to be on off. So even we do not see it, but it really is there and it's really usable. And we're gonna call this collect button. Just duplicate that, call it collect 2x button, so it means double times, and just transform it a bit down, like here. Make sure they do not collide with each other, and that will be it. That will be our end screen, and last but not least, our return screen. It will only have the collect button, and it will have, what was that? It will have the, let's call it, let's say put it in the middle, say 0, 0, or not, 100 by 100 maybe, for our return screen. So UI text, total money text. So here we're gonna say something like $1,000 or $100,000 gained, so gained while waiting. So middle font size will be 150, and for the anchors we're gonna put middle and then stretch, and let's say here maybe 800 by 400, left be -60 maybe, and here -60. Let's say maybe 65, maybe 700 by -700. Yeah, this looks better. Actually, I'm gonna move it a bit more down. So yeah, somewhere around here should be looking fine. Font size not 150, we're actually gonna put 140. So it's not like on the edge, but a bit more inside. Total money, and we will have our button, which is our collect button. So actually we can just duplicate that, put it in our return screen, and put out like this, put out our sprite image collect, because we have that. Just we're gonna change the width and height. It will be like 500 by 500. Say 0, 0. And yeah, that is looking fine. Very nice, very nice. And this is actually gonna call collect button because it is collecting our money. So yeah, guys, that will be it for our main. So here we have our main screen. Once we start fishing, we're gonna remove our main screen and only game scene will be activated. Once we're finished with our game screen, we're gonna go back to end screen, collect the money, go back to main screen. Once we shut down the game and then come back, we are gonna be welcomed with return screen, and once we click collect, we are going back to our main screen. So this is what our screens are used for. I mean, what are we gonna use them for? And this is all of the UI that we will have in our The Fish Master. So yeah, guys, that will be it for this video. I'm Amar, and I will see you in the next video.